Well, I have some stalkers regarding a case pertaining to the Illuminati, regarding finding a document connected to our dollar bill, Angel Calderon of Watsonville Police Department, and Sarah Baker, the daughter of Janet Napolitano, the former governor of Arizona, bounty hunt me and stalk me to destroy my property for trespassing. So my life's really tough because Janet Napolitano always stalks me regarding cocaine cartelling, regarding the United States having the largest cocaine cartel in the world. And here in LA County has the largest cocaine manufacturing facility in the world. And Mesa, Arizona has the largest cocaine crop in the world. The largest cocaine crop is in Mesa, Arizona. So Janet Napolitano attacks me with Ramon Banuelos, and Joseph Arpaio and Janet Napolitano use Ramon Banuelos to stalk me while sleeping, in the interest of Homeland Security, quote unquote, Homeland Security. So I just want to tell you this message, Janet Napolitano, about forgiveness and about grace and kindness. You know, when you decide to control somebody's life and you decide to follow people around, Janet Napolitano, even though you might think it's a top secret, or you might think that it's something that is good, sometimes when you don't make the right choices, Janet Napolitano, regarding why you want to be a leader, why you want to be wealthy, why you want to have power, when you make the choices to be wealthy and be a leader and have power, specifically to do evil to people, Janet, it doesn't work out too well. It doesn't work out too well. And so, you know, the thing is, Janet, is that your type of behavior summons people like Adolf Hitler. You know, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but you summon so much terrorism, Janet Napolitano and Joseph Arpaio and Ramon Banuelos and the Vatican, that people like Adolf Hitler show up and start talking about how they're superior because Mexicans and Hispanic people behave inferior and degrade others. And that's one of your worst habits. That's one of Queen Elizabeth's worst habits, is sending Hell's Angels after me for bounty hunting. You know, these Hell's Angels, I'm supposed to have a firearm regarding Calvin Brodus and regarding these Hell's Angels here, because Janet Napolitano and Calvin Brodus, they come from insurrecting the United States and making flash communities, flash property, flash real estate. So I can't stop Calvin Brodus and Janet Napolitano from attacking me regarding insurrecting the United States to make places in LA County. And so you know, I know that you think that I don't know about reality in general, Janet Napolitano and Queen Elizabeth and the Hell's Angels, but I'm not a Hell's Angel. I'm not a Hell's Angel. So regarding sending Sarah Baker after me, bounty hunting me with Sarah Baker, you know, I'm not a child molester, and I didn't name my son Aryan. I didn't name my son Aryan, and I'm not a child molester, and I don't want to hang out with Sarah Baker. I don't want to hang out with people who name their daughters after Nazism, even though it's probably not their fault. You see, instead of naming your daughter Aryan, instead of naming your daughter Aryana, try behaving. Try being a normal, decent person that isn't trying to dominate real estate or trying to dominate authorities and use nymphomania. You know, try making law enforcement more important than nymphomania, Janet Napolitano and Ramon Banuelos, because that's why Ramon Banuelos keeps following me around too, is regarding nymphomania. And that's why the Hells Angels can't stop attacking me, including Sarah Baker, is because of nymphomania. And the Hells Angels are very dangerous because a lot of them are police officers from Watsonville and that live in Hollister. And a lot of them are FBI agents from Las Vegas. A lot of the Hells Angels are FBI agents and the British monarchy. And it's really tough when the Hells Angels come around hunting me, because then I have to have an assault rifle regarding diplomacy. Regarding Hells Angels, I'm supposed to have an assault rifle because of diplomacy. Diplomacy means to be peaceful, and Janet Napolitano is not peaceful to me in the end. Ultimately, Janet Napolitano, Joseph Arpaio, Ramon Banuelos, Pope Francis, and Queen Elizabeth are not peaceful people to the point where they forced me to have thoughts of being a diplomat. You know, you guys come around Janet Napolitano, and you ruin a peace treaty regarding totalitarianism and regarding egotism. And this is a peace treaty. This isn't Hell's Angels in Canada. This isn't Cambridge. This is the peace treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. This is about diplomacy, about being able to not injure others through conflicts. And Sarah Baker and the FBI are not successful about diplomacy. The Department of Homeland Security is not successful about diplomacy. And that's not my fault. And my prayers are with you, Janet Napolitano and Sarah Baker and Ramon Banuelos and Joseph Arpaio, but stop following me around for not paying the rent. Please. Please stop. Please don't follow me around to break my tent. Please don't follow me around to go into my bag and to put stuff in my bag. Same thing with Hell's Angels. You know, somebody's going to deal with the Hell's Angels. Somebody's going to mess with them. And I'm just telling you guys, you know, from the bottom of my heart, if you guys are going to start a gang about Canadians overthrowing United States, you guys are going to end up messing with a peace treaty that came from whooping the Hell's Angels' asses. No offense, but you guys are coming to a peace treaty that already defeated Hell's Angels, meaning defeated Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth and the United Kingdom's monarchy was defeated by the United States just to stop slave trade. And then we had to keep killing. We had to keep killing Ku Klux Klan members. We had to keep killing Hell's Angels. Kill here, kill there, kill here. And it's like, you know, why don't you guys just act normal, FBI? Why do you guys take us into a civil war with Hell's Angels, FBI? Can't you not be a Hell's Angel member, FBI? And Watsonville Police Department? Can't you not be members of Hell's Angels? Same thing with U.S. Marine Corps. Can't you guys not join the Hell's Angels? So I'm sorry, Janet Napolitano, but if you could stop sending Sarah Baker to follow me around regarding the rent. I do pay the rent. I really do. And I do it with my services. You see, this is a service. I'm sorry you don't like STD or you don't like bad work ethic. I'm sorry about Ruth Bader Ginsburg not liking bad work ethic. But you're not supposed to beat people's heads up. You're not supposed to beat on people's heads. And the FBI does that shit all the time. The FBI remembers 100 things at a time and has the strongest skull, and then the FBI thinks they can just beat everybody's heads up. And it doesn't work that way. I don't have a lot of brain power and skull power to keep jobs and stuff like that. Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Janet Napolitano, I don't have that. And I realize that about myself. I don't have all of that brain power and all of that vision power to keep a job like normal people. And I'm sorry about the inconvenience of that. I'm sorry for abandoning the RX-7, the Mazda RX-7, and I'm sorry about Terry Medina. You know, Terry Medina has the biggest ego about being from insurrection. I cannot stop Michael J. Barton, and I cannot stop Terry Medina, and I can't stop all these people from New York from hunting me regarding insurrecting Mexico. And in the process, Terry Medina and Judge Michael J. Barton and all these people from New York are summoning dictators like Adolf Hitler. You guys are summoning people like Adolf Hitler that are going to do a Holocaust on our country because you can't behave. Because Michael J. Barton doesn't behave. Judge Michael J. Barton doesn't know how to behave because he comes from insurrecting. Same thing with Watsonville Police. They do not know how to obey the law. The Watsonville Police Department doesn't really obey the law because they come from an insurrection. So please don't send Sarah Baker after me, Janet Napolitano. Do not send Ramon Banuelos. Do not send Chris of the FBI or the Hells Angels. Do not send Chris of the Hells Angels or the FBI. Do not send an FBI agent that's a Hells Angel member, please. Christmas is cool. Receiving gifts and Christmas is cool and all that other stuff, but it's not worth getting your skull fucking broken open. Sorry about my bad words, but it's not worth getting injured over. I'd rather not deal with Christmas and just have a civil life instead of having to deal with the Hells Angels bounty hunting me regarding rent or regarding approaching Hells Angels. And I apologize if I seem intimidating.